The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. We're back with another one. And today is something special. We are being blessed with a brother from another mother. As y'all know, the internet could be a gift and a curse. And today we are definitely gifted by having this brother on. I got to give you a little backdrop. I'm a big dude, man. But this brother touched my heart one day, man. I was sitting there and I was going through, the algorithm. And when you have positive things in your algorithm, positive people will show up. And his brother showed up with a message to his daughter. It's called A Father's Love. And I heard this message and it made me think of my daughter. And everything that I could think of saying to her, he said in this message. And I said, I got to reach out to him to have him on the show to talk about that. But, you got to do some background check. You got to look at and see everything else they got going on. And I started looking and listening to his messages. And I was like, yo, this brother is super dope. And I wanted to have him. Hold on, let me change that. I said super dope. My daughter would kill me for saying dope. But this brother is super dope. I said, I got to have him on. I reached out to him and he was honored. I was honored enough to have him reply first. But he also said, definitely, brother, I'll come on the show and be part of the community. So, Dominique, Leonard, my brother, welcome to Cousin Ed's Corner.
My God, man, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor to be on your show. It's an honor to be reached out by you and your team just to have me here. So it's always a blessing.
Well, like I said, this is a home for you now, man. You're invited to
Yeah, for
Cousin Ed's
sure.
Corner anytime you want to come back. But first of all, what made you put that message to your daughter, man?
Man, first of all, people have to understand about some of us men, we're fathers. Even though we joke and we laugh, we also are hurt and we cry. So my daughter was getting ready to go on a real date. So it was actually a real video.
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to record it and make it legit. And I told her, I said, listen, Dad's going to record you because this is a real thing. I want you to always look back on this. If something ever happened to me, you have something to hold on to. Lessons that I've said during this video, even though I've said it multiple times to her. So I was actually speaking from the heart that day. I was speaking from my soul into my daughter. And it was so real. Even when I look back on it to this day, I still send it to her from time to time. Says, "Hey, don't forget. Hey, don't forget." So what made me do that video was today. She was actually going on a date that day. I wanted to send it. I wanted to make that video. At first, I was hesitant to post it. But my mom and my team was like, "Oh, post it because that's serious." And you probably got more dads out there with daughters who need to hear this. Period.
Well, one thing you just said, we go through a lot. And I think for myself, I wasn't big on social media before COVID.
Mhm.
And going through COVID and, finding a community online and seeing other men going through what I'm going through, and
Hmm.
sometimes, like you said, we're so hard, we don't have anybody to talk to, or things,
Yeah.
open up to. And with you being able to do that and open up, I think it allows other men, and we hate to say vulnerable, right? We hate to say those
Hmm.
words because we so hard and everything else, but to feel vulnerable, to share yourself with the world, right? And share
Hmm.
your intimate moments. It's a lot of stuff that we go through that we're scared to share because we think we're going to be weak. And I appreciate you stepping out there and making all of us feel like, we can be, sensitive. We can be caring. We can be kind. We can be loving, especially towards our daughters.
My daughters.
If,
Yeah.
if we could do it towards our daughters, then she expect that from somebody else. So I want to say I thank you and appreciate you for that. I sent it to my daughter and said, listen, everything he said, I can't say no more. Just continue to believe this. So
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that.
well, one thing I always like to do, and I jumped into that first because it meant so much to me, but one thing I always like to do is to ask a little bit about yourself, right? I don't like
Yeah.
to hear the pamper story, but let's find out who you are. Tell us a bit about your past and what brought you to the point you are today.
Well, first of all, as you said before earlier, I am a father, I am a son, I am a husband. And with that said, my life, it had its high moments. And then there was a time in my life where it had its low moments. And then there was a time in my life where life just kind of started peaking out as I started getting older and as I went through my transition of this thing called life. So early on in my life, I made some poor decisions. At 34, I made a decision to commit a crime that I'm very embarrassed about, that I speak on highly. But I committed this crime which gave me a life sentence.
Mm,
LIFE, life sentence. And during this time, I went in again at 34. I went into prison at 34. So I went in as a grown man, and being a grown man, your thinking is different from guys who've been in prison at 16, 15, 17, maybe even early 20s. So I went in at 34. Going into 34, I was ashamed of myself. I was embarrassed. I had so much that I lost. So everything I gained the right way before my incarceration, I lost the wrong way by that one poor decision.
mm,
That caused me to go. So, and it's funny because it's a tripping effect. And what happens when you commit a crime, people assume that, oh, how he was living then was because of this crime. But man,
mm,
God blessed me so much before my crime. I just got greedy, and I think I let the pressure of the world get the best of me.
mm,
So again, that's what landed me in prison for a crime that I committed, not aggravated robbery. Just to be specific on it.
mm,
So again, I had a life sentence, man. I did my 6.5 years in that prison system. I came up for my first parole, got denied. Uh, got a hold of my family, told them to get me, transferred off the unit, moving closer. And then so during that time, I told my mom, "Hey, we're gonna fire my legal team." My mom thought I was just crazy about that. Like, no, we're not gonna fire your legal team. No, we're trying to get you home. I said, listen, I don't know why legal team did it. So I need to fight for myself. And I've been praying too. I've been praying, I've been meditating, and deal what God wanted to do for me. And He kind of gave me a thought. Hey, you can create your own parole package. And so we ended up firing my legal team. I started sending stuff home to my family, and they started sending it back to me to make copies for my parole package. And
mm,
I think about 2 years passed, maybe a year and a half, I came up for parole again. This time, I had this package I created. I sent it into the parole board. It got the attention of the lead holder. He called my mom, says, "Hey, I want to see your son in person." My mom didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant. But obviously, guys who've been in prison for a long time said, "Hey, commissioner want to come see you." When the commissioner want to come see you, that's a big thing. You ain't even did 20 years, but you have to complete the years in
mm,
prison, to get seen by parole, whatever. So I knew it was God moving, man. So about after him getting this package, I said about 6, 7 months passed. He still didn't come see me. Then he finally came to see me. I think it was in October 2016. He came to see me. I sat in that room with a man, just face to face. And he talked to me like a man. He said, "Listen, I've been doing it for a long time. I've never seen this kind of package before. I've never seen this kind of crime with this kind of time." And then he
mm,
said, "So when you go home, what are you going to do with this time that's over your head?" Before I can even answer, I'm crying because I heard his words. He said, "When you go
mm,
home." So he let me know he's going to release me, man. you know. So that alone was like a blessing, bro. I mean, like I lost my brain. Like, oh my God,
Uh,
I'm going home after 8.5 years. I'm going home because I had a life sentence.
yeah.
Even though it was non-ag life, my release date was still 99999. I didn't have a release date, so
Mhm.
I had to make parole. So it was like it was critical. So again, back to your question, going through that incarceration, going through what I've been through in that lifetime to this lifetime got me where I am today. And so I tell people all the time that when you come to my page, it's a positive page. You want some negative, you want gossip, you want mess, you won't find that on my page because I'm overly thankful for what God did for me and how He brought me home. So I share that on my platform. Even when we being married, I share them things with my wife on my platform because it's a blessing to have the wife that I have. It's a blessing to have the life that I have. It's just a blessing. So I share that. So again, that's what got me where I am today, man. So everything you see on my page it's real and it's legit.
Well, I definitely could tell that it is real and your
Yeah,
passion behind it. You gave me a couple alley oops here, man. You gave me a couple alley
yeah,
oops. First one I'm gonna
yeah.
take is um, everything being real. Another message that I saw on your page is it's another day.
Okay.
It's something
Hmm.
that you shout out, you get us motivated, and that's why I
Yeah,
wanted to have
yeah,
you on, especially this episode of Motivational Monday, to motivate
yeah,
others to know that it's not over and today is a new day and let's go and let's get it going.
yeah.
So, what made you start doing that series? Another day.
Man, you know what? Honestly, bro, and I hope your mommy think I'm just being relaxed
No,
right now.
no, no, yeah. You at
You
home, man.
know, yeah, for sure, for sure. So, honestly, I woke up one day. I woke up one day and I just said, God, you did it again.
You did it
And you
again.
woke me up. And I just said, let's go. And I said, you know what? I like that. I said, I'm gonna share the energy with the world. So
Mm-hmm.
about once or twice a week, I make sure I do that
Mm-hmm.
because it's important. Because every day I wake up, man, it's a blessing. Because we have so many people who went to the grave with their dreams and their goals, and they're saying, "Hey, what you're complaining about, you can take my place,
Thank you.
and I'll take yours, and I'll make it work." So for me, that concept also stuck because even even if I went to prison, if I was having a bad day, I could have just took my butt home, y- drunk some milk,
Mm-hmm.
went to sleep, woke up the next day. It's a new day. So are you following me?
Oh yeah.
So my brain thinks like that now. If you're having a bad day, just go to sleep. You know, hopefully God give you another day. You can get it right. And so that's why I share the testimony. Every day because every day that we wake up, it's a blessing to be above ground than to be under the ground.
Listen, I say that every time somebody asks me how you
Yeah,
doing. I say, listen, any day above green is a good day. I'm happy and blessed
yeah,
no matter what's going on. We can get in the rut. It's easy to get in the rut, right? You can
yeah.
easily get down for a second, but when you have just the foresight of saying, you know what, it could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse, man.
Listen, it could. I stayed with that. Was it Thai tribute? It could have been me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's so many
yeah,
things that out here that could have been me, right?
yeah, yeah,
That it could have been us. It could have been us any day. That accident just happened. That it just, I got some, man, listen, that's a testimony by itself.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I appreciate that. I sit there and went to your page and started watching some of those videos. And now that you're in my notifications, I get them whenever you put them out. So I
yeah.
definitely appreciate that. Now,
Appreciate it.
some other things that you gave me an alley oop on was your parole package, right?
Okay.
So
Yes, sir.
you came home and you're helping others get through their parole as well.
Yeah, yeah. So when I made parole, actually before I made parole, I was making this package, and there was so many inmates in there that was around me that, like in my dorm, and I was showing what I was doing, and they was like, wow, bro, and they was kind of like, blown by it, and I said, God, if you get me home in this package, I promise when I
Mm-hmm.
get home, I'll recreate it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll bless other families, you know. I'll
Mm-hmm.
start my service, help them get home. And so I got home in this package. And so I had to keep my promise to God, but also, too, I had to keep my love for what God did for me to reach back to help other families. And right now, we're at an 82% rate, success rate of getting people home, getting guys home. Families contact me constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly being asked to be on shows, which is a blessing. So everything that I do is a blessing because God created the platform I'm just standing on it. You know,
Well, God will definitely pick the right vessels, and He's
yeah,
definitely picked you to show and be a testimony. Sometimes a test is only for a testimony, and
that's
I
it.
think right now
That's it.
you are definitely a testimony to what God can do. I heard a couple other positive things about you.
Yeah.
You drive trucks.
I do, man. So, I have my own trucking company, which is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the avenue that's keeping the ground stable right now. But I
Mm-hmm.
know God has so much more for me. So, of course, this is only a chapter that will pass eventually. So yes, I do drive trucks, man. It has been a blessing. I take nothing from it. And then it's fun.
Well,
It's fun.
yeah, I see your videos, but one thing I've seen, especially watching Instagram and TikTok and everything else, a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of reform, a lot of people that's coming home to
hmm
start their own business and come right into trucking and do
Yeah.
that. So is that part of what you also? I like to call it ministry when you're helping others. So people don't like to be called ministers, but when you're
Yeah.
helping
Yeah.
others, it's
Yeah.
ministry. Is
It
that
is
part of your
ministry.
ministry as well?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. Trying to get these guys home and trying to, I guess get the platform of a trucking school, get these
Hmm.
guys home and get them going because not only these guys need a platform, you have so many younger kids who are lost and don't know which way to go. And I
Hmm.
have children of my own. Some of them are like, hey, dad, hey, listen, man, just watch that. I got you. You watch that. So I know if I got it in my own household, I know so many people out there who needs that. So again, man, I tell guys all the time that a struggle is only what you want it to be.
Hmm.
Period. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because nobody has it all, but nobody's also that far to gone to when they can't get to when they gotta go. So trucking, man, is one of the things. Like I tell guys all the time, it's like a new revenue that can get you going overnight.
There's always going to be a truck on that road running sometime,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
matter what. That's one of
yes,
the industries they always going to need someone in
yeah,
that industry. Even if you're not the one driving, you could be the one that actually is routing. You could be the one that's actually loading.
dispatching.
You could be,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's so many
yeah.
different avenues in that. So
Yes, it
definitely
is. It is.
great business for anyone, like you said,
It is.
kids to
Yeah.
go into get their CDL or just, so many different ways to help in that industry.
hmm
I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to introduce everybody to you, but I love to have you back on the show
So,
because I want to hear more about the other your true story of how you went through those 6.5 years
yeah, so,
and made it through. Because that's a testimony by itself.
yeah.
Um,
I look forward. Mhm.
can you go ahead and tell people how they can reach out to you if they ever need the services or just want to get some motivational messages from you? How can they reach out
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, sir. So, of course, everybody can find me on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Just look up Dominique Leonard. Dominique Leonard. It should pop up with my face or a black and white picture.
Hmm.
As far as the services, they can go to Just Free. That's JUSFREE.com, justfree.com. Or they can reach me on my phone, the office phone, 713-306-9620. So I'm very reachable. I'm very touchable.
Well, thank you very much. Hey guys, definitely reach out to him if you have anyone who needs those kind of services or just want a motivational message. Go to his page. Definitely drop him a line there. You can also leave a voicemail, text on cousinedcorner.com or reach out 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. I'll pass on any messages to him and or play them on the next show when he comes back. One thing I like to always tell people, I'm not sure if you do this or not, but on top of the counter is the brown. Under the counter is the brown. On top of the counter is the white. The cups are in the cabinet. You're welcome to come back anytime to Cousin Ed's Corner. So please be sure to come back and enjoy yourself. We'd love to have you for anything. If you need me, your brother, reach out to me. I'm here for you. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you, fam.
Definitely. Hey, fam, I love all of y'all, no matter what you do. Don't forget that. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed's.